Hello everyone, and welcome back. I'm South 2025, and today we are diving back into the OnetoAll workflow extended. Now, the workflow we built previously is powerful, but it's not perfect. After some testing, I've identified a few key weaknesses we need to address to get professional-grade results. Issue number 1, preprocessor mismatch. The OnetoAll preprocessor is great, but it can struggle with certain poses. Sometimes the reference extractor and the skeleton tracking fall out of sync, leading to some, let's say, creative body proportions. Issue number 2, the FPS motion blur. We've been working at 15 FPS. While it saves time, it creates a lot of motion blur on any fast-moving subjects. Issue number 3, manual prompting. Right now, we are using simple manual prompts like woman dancing. We're losing a ton of fine detail because the prompt isn't descriptive enough. In this video, we're going to fix all of that. We'll refine the motion, sharpen the visuals, and automate our prompting for better detail. Go ahead and open up your workflow. If you're new here, this is a continuation of a series. You can find the link to the original setup in the description. But even if you're just starting out, you can follow along to see how we optimize these nodes. Let's start with the biggest headache, the OnetoAll preprocessor. First up, we're swapping out the OnetoAll animation preprocessor for MimicMotion. Think of MimicMotion as the smarter sibling of the standard node. It handles skeleton positioning relative to your reference image with much higher precision. If you want a deep dive into how it stacks up against DW OpenPose, I've linked a comparison video in the description. In our current setup, the OnetoAll node handles 3 main outputs: set pose image, set ref pose image, and set ref image. We're going to replace these one by one. Starting with the easiest fix, the ref image. Simply grab the output from your resize v2 node, not the raw load image node, and plug it directly into the set ref image node. Now let's add the MimicMotion get poses node. This is where the magic happens. We want to extract the motion from our original video but align it to our reference image's proportions. Connect your original video to the pose image's input and your reference image to the ref image input. Take that output and plug it into set pose image. Boom, your main motion is now much more stable. Now for the final variable, set ref pose image. We have 2 ways to handle this, and I'm going to show you both so you can build a fail-safe workflow. Option A is the MimicMotion route. Add another MimicMotion get poses node. This time, connect your reference image to both the ref image and pose image inputs. This is usually flawless, but occasionally it can struggle to detect a person in static frames. Option B is the DW OpenPose route. This is our backup. It's a bit more involved, especially if your image has multiple people. To keep it clean, we'll use Inspironet Rembe to strip away extra characters, then use an image composite node to lock in the right position. To keep the resolution perfect, we'll use a math max value node to pick the largest dimension between width and height. Since DW OpenPose outputs a square image, we'll run it through resize image v2, using our actual width and height, setting the crop position to bottom to keep the feet planted. Since we want the best of both worlds, let's add a switch any and a fast group muter. We'll set MimicMotion as our default, but if you hit a detection error, you can toggle over to DW OpenPose with a single click. Alright, the wiring is done. Let's fire up a test render and see if we've cured those spaghetti arms. And there we go. As you can see, both the MimicMotion and the DW OpenPose paths are working perfectly. Since we've successfully upgraded our logic, we can officially delete the old OnetoAll animation preprocessor and the ONX detection model loader. Now let's address that messy motion blur. The fix is actually quite simple. We're moving from 15 FPS to 30 FPS. To make this easy to manage, create a master FPS set node, a float value. Plug this into every node that requires an FPS input. Now with one slider, you can toggle between draft speed and smooth professional motion. we'll have Florence caption our reference image automatically. But since Florence often describes the source as a painting or picture, we'll use a CR text replace node to swap those words for video. To give the AI clear context, we'll use a string function node to sandwich that caption. We'll add this as a dancing video. At the beginning end, the woman is dancing at the end. Now, every frame is backed by a highly descriptive, context-aware prompt. With these 3 upgrades, you can now extend your videos as long as you want without the quality degrading or the motion falling apart. Let's look at the side-by-side results. Look at the hands and the hair. The 30 FPS jump eliminates that ghosting effect entirely. And check out the texture detail. The automated prompting brings out the fabric of the clothes and the lighting in the background that woman dancing just couldn't capture. This upgraded OnetoAll extended workflow is now a powerhouse for professional-grade AI animation. If you want to dive in and try it yourself, you can download the final workflow file over on Sidebyside. I've put the link right at the top of the description. If this helped you fix your spaghetti arms or blurry renders, hit that like button and subscribe for more workflow deep dives. I'm South 2025 and I'll see you in the next one. Happy rendering!